Hello and welcome back to the second episode of the Ultimate Ironman Progress series. We're going to kick things off right where we left them last episode with the beginner clue, Goblin Diplomacy to get rid of this orange dye, and then hit up the Stronghold of Security to get ourselves a little bit of cash money to buy a few of the starting hunter items to get us started on our journey to 83, which should be the goal of this episode if all goes well. And there we have Goblin Diplomacy finished, nice and quick and easy quest for a few starting crafting levels. And now we're just going to head our way over to the Stronghold of Security, probably minigame teleport to Soul Wars, probably just an easiest way instead of walking there. Cool, so this should be the last chest in Stronghold. We're not going to go down to the bottom floor because we're still only 10 HP and we barely made it through this one with about 6 food that we grabbed off a table. So now we're going to make our way over 2 pots of rim to start this beginner clue. Cool, so one stepper, nope, never lucky, but that is only at the Champions Guild, so just a short walk over and then we should see what we get from that. Just quickly going to grab the spade from inside the estate agents on our way over to the Champions Guild because we dropped ours earlier. And here we are. Let us see if this is the lucky second step. Yeah, casket baby. Cool. So hopefully we're hoping. I'm getting mugged. Hold on. Run, run, run. Stop. I'm trying to record a clip. Please. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so one shot brush with death later next to these daisies instead of the ones over there. Let's have a look and see what we get. Again, early items that would be good would be any kind of rune scimitar ornament kit, so that when we get one we could just store it in the house and have a storable weapon. But we get nothing. Let's go and sell that to a shop and do the museum. Did you know that when you were in the museum doing the natural history quiz, you can speak to the natural historians and they'll do a little display about each one. It's like a little cutscene, which is kind of cool. This one, they go about the monkey. The guy just does a little monkey dance. Thought that was cute. Never really seen that before, but I accidentally talked to him when I misclicked. So, you know, learning something new every day. So we're going to finish that up and head over to Yanilway, just like we just said. But I realised on the way, we may as well start the sea slug quest. Get ourselves a few early fishing levels while we do have the fire making requirement already knocked out. We'll need to buy a few things from the shop first, so we might go and get the hunter supplies, make our way back up, and get everything we need for the quest, and to do the diary step actually while we're there. So we got a few bits from the Yanil Hunter store. We're actually going to run our way up to the fishing shop. I always forget what the place is called, but it's just east of Ardy, just the fishing, just below the quest start. I'm going to buy probably 5 nets so that we can just do salamanders when we get to that in the hunter grind. So there's a diary task completed anyway. And here should be the end of the quest. Nice and quick. Don't need to bore you with that one. I'm sure you've seen it a million times. Very quick quest and very nice bit of fishing XP, which should get us all the way to 28, which is pretty nice for a cheeky little starter quest. It means we don't have to catch any shrimps for about 3 hours to get the level. So yeah, let's go and start hunter. Hopefully this is an indicator of what is to come. This one only took about 10 seconds to catch, so we'll set up camp here for the next 30 minutes. I'm hoping this will take to get to 15, catch a few butterflies, and then maybe make our way over to swamp lizards. I don't really want to do priest in peril so early because I don't want to get too much combat XP. So we'll have a quick look around and see what alternatives we've got. We may end up just having to do it anyway. So we hit 15, no problems there really. Can't really complain with catching birds apart from how slow it is. So a bit difficult because we've only got 5 butterfly jars, but we are going to catch ruby harvest over here up until we can catch the sapphire glacialis over in the Fremenic hunter area. I'm thinking possibly about staying there and just catching both types, so catching the snowy nights as well, and using that to get us, well, as high up as we need to go, really. I'm thinking probably the level 4 orange salamanders. We might end up coming back and doing falconry. Knowing me, we probably will. It's not a really don't mind catching butterflies. It's nice and chill, really. Can't really do much apart from clicking one space, but it is very, very easy and very, very quick. So I think what we'll do, we'll probably shoot over to your nil and pick up a full inventory of butterfly jars. Head our way, well, walk our way all the way up to the Fremenic Hunter area till 47, or like I said, until we get bored, and then we'll come back and do some falconry, but the walk back's a bit wild, so I don't know whether we'll actually come back and do it. So we'll do that until at least 43 or whatever it is that we need for falconry. So here we are, just going to pick up our butterfly jars before making our long journey up to Relica. And while we're here, we just sold the silk that we had in our inventory for the RD Easy Diary, so that's one step of that knocked off later on. Right, so it is a very, very long way, and there is a couple of enemies along the way, but I don't see us having any issues. They're only bears. I don't think we've been hit more than like a 2 so far off anything. Just making our way up here, and I never realized just how many tracks you actually open and you actually unlock when you're just wandering through the lands. I always forget that there's like 800 or whatever songs in the actual game, because I don't think I've ever had them on, which is a shame, because some of them are quite nice as background music. Why do I always get attacked as soon as I'm in the middle of a crit? So this is going to be our home for the next few hours. Probably a little bit more than a few hours. We'll go until the end of tonight, so we've got a good bit of time in us here. Shouldn't take too long to hit 35 for Snowy Nights, was it? So it shouldn't take too long to do that at all. So good morning. We're gonna eat our breakfast of this baguette. We're gonna carry on catching Snowy Nights for another hour or so. We were getting between 25 and 30k an hour yesterday, which was pretty damn good. And then we're gonna go and do Eagle's Peak to unlock box traps. Cause I'm pretty sure it gives a nice little bit of Hunter XP to go with it. So we're gonna go and do that once we've almost got 47 after an hour or so here, or once we get bored, whichever comes first. So nice little morning grind there, no real issues whatsoever. We're going to make our way back down to RD Zoo and go and start Eagle's Peak. Have a little bit of a break from Hunter because the big grind is yet to come. So we're going to have a break where we can. Go and do a little bit of questing, a little bit of walking around. Why do I always walk everywhere? Yeah, so we're going to make our way down to the zoo and start Eagle's Peak as soon as I figure out where we're going. Fishing trawler. Okay, so we're just gonna start Eagle's Peak quest. At least I hope this is where it is. Yeah. So we're gonna start Eagle's Peak quest here. It's gonna be my first real walk across the map, have a bad time session. On the UIM, at the minute we've just kind of stayed in the same place a lot for hours at a time once we've got there, so it's not been too bad. So this will be my first experience of where the graceful can come into play, which will be nice. I don't trust myself to know how many onions I need for a yellow dye, but I'm just going to pick them all. It's not like Fred's going to stop me. He can't even see me. He can't even see me. I think it was literally 1 because I just ate 1 by accident and I've still only got... Oh, maybe it was 2. We're going to go with 2. That makes me feel a bit better. Any of the slots we've got? Quite a nice scarf. There we go. Oh, baby. Look at that man. Look at this dude. I'm a bird. I'm fucking bird. Bird. I'm a bird. So it's Friday night. We've finished a little bit of our hunter grind. I'd say we're maybe a quarter of the way there. We're probably not even that, are we? Yeah, I'm ordering pizza. I'm editing the video. First video's just gone up. yeah, we're having a good time. So we're going to finish up here, finish off this quest. It's genuinely pretty nice and easy once you get into it. Graceful is an absolute godsend. I don't recall having to walk very much in this quest so far at all. Honestly, I reckon it was definitely worth our time going for it first, rather than having to walk through all the starter quests. It's always good because you do it at some point anyway. So yeah, we're gonna finish off this quest. We're almost there now anyway. Then we will go and have our pizza and get ourselves set up at Salamanders. Unfortunately, I'm away for the weekend, so I won't have much, if any, cover of catching Salamanders. I'll try and get a little bit for the thumbnail and might try and make a little video edit out of it. But yeah, as for actual coverage, there won't be a hell of a lot for Salamanders, depending on how much I actually get through this weekend while I'm away. So we'll see you with the end of the quest, and then I'll see you after the weekend. Happy Friday, boys. I never realised this before, but these stone gates, look, it's a little eagle in the wall. It's a little eagle. It's a really cool little detail that I've never seen before in my life.
What's this?
It's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. Yeah, that way.
Right, let's hand this in. Get a cheeky little 2.5k speed drop. And as the great Toby once said,
Pizza time.
so we decided, while it is Friday night, that we were going to come up to Matthias and have a go with his bird. You dirty dog. Instead of doing salamanders.
One weekend of pampering later.
So we are back and ready to go. We're going to make our way over to Salamanders. We're not quite 60 yet, so we can only hit 3 traps. From whenever I've done it before, I've only ever used 3, but it does go up to 4 when you do hit 60, which is only in 1 level's time anyway. So we're going to go ahead, get started on that. We'll make a little bit of montage because it's going to take a long ass time. So after all them salamanders, we got the level for the black salamanders out in the wilderness. But I've got here and thought about what that would entail as an ultimate Ironman and death piling, and I think we're just going to box the rest out on red chins instead. Yeah. Good morning, good morning. So it is the next day after we finally hit 83 Hunter. One thing I will say is that if you are starting an Ultimate Ironman, don't do this grind. I realised halfway through it was pretty pointless. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to actually use in the video because it was very, very boring the entire way through. However, it did give us a bit of time to think about what we were going to do afterwards. And I don't mean in like a week's time, I mean right now. Obviously, we have a lot of chins in this inventory. A lot of chins. And we cannot throw them for a good few months. And the grinds we've got coming up, we are going to need our inventory space. Now, it didn't take all that long to get them. If I really needed to get them again, I could. So I think we're going to do what any animal loving person would do, and we're going to release them back to where they came from. Now trust me, this does hurt me more than it hurts you. How much are they before we get rid of them? Oh, it's only 6 mil. I mean, that's not too bothered. It's not enough to warrant figuring out a way to get them onto a knot. Okay, let's just let's get rid of them. Oh, I feel sick. Oh. Well, at least it's done. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend this if you're starting an Ultimate Ironman. I think we all know what's coming next. And that's going to be all for this episode. Thank you all so much for sticking through it. I know it was a bit of a boring one, and I hope I made it a bit more interesting. But honestly, thank you so much for watching all the way through. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stick around for a sneak peek, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!